Hi, how you doing out there in YouTube land? This is Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. Today we got the Cold Steel Espada XL. Brand new for 2015. CTS-XHP. Carpenter's powdered steel alloy. Super steel. Saber grind. No hollow grind no more. Saber grind. Saber grind. American G-10. American steel. It's beautiful. Stainless steel abbreviated liners. The G10 scales are also the frame of the knife. They're very thick and very strong. The back spacer is made out of heat treated 6061 aluminum. It has a thumb plate feature so you can wave it out of your pocket. The DLC finish is absolutely beautiful. This is my second DLC knife from Cold Steel for 2015. It is absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love the DLC. It is not the Tuff-Lite. This is the real deal. This is a real finish here. Super rugged, super tough. It sort of looks like blued steel. It sort of looks like a blued finish on a shotgun or a rifle or something. It's very nice. The lettering is done in like a gold. It looks very good. Looks very good against the black. It's very nice. Very well done. This one right here is extra smooth. This one came from Cold Steel. This comes from Cold Steel, Ventura, California. It was hand inspected by the staff at Cold Steel. So this is a perfect one. Nothing is wrong with it. It's flawless. It's absolutely beautiful. The edge is perfect. The grind on the edge is perfect. Let me read you the specs on it. They put the specs on the box now. But anyway, it says blade length 7.5 inches, overall length 16 3/4 inches, steel Carpenter CTS-XHP alloy, weight 14.2 ounces, blade thickness 4 millimeters thick, handle length 9 1/4 inches, made out of American G10. Set that aside. Oh, the number for the model of this knife is 62NGCX. Again, 62NGCX. XL G10 Espada. Now we were talking about the saber grind. This one has saber grind now. It's no longer a hollow grind knife. I just want to show you this real quick because I found this very interesting. And I have a question mark about it. Looking in the catalog, this is a 2015 catalog, Special Projects catalog. I don't know if you see these. These are the 7075 polished aluminum handled with G10 Espadas. And these are the tactical version. Now it's done in DLC and all blacked out. It used to be stonewash, and then before stonewash it was bead blasted. Now they're black DLC. I like this one the best. But in this picture, it looks like the polished ones still have a hollow grind blade. You see that? Now I don't know if that's an accurate picture because the one I have, it does not have a hollow grind blade. But in these, the lower ones, if you look at those, they look like they're saber ground. They don't look hollow ground in the picture. So I wonder if Cold Steel is having two knives now for the Espadas. You know, really having two knives. Having two knives that are totally different. I'm not sure. If anybody knows, let me know. I just want to show you that. Now back to this one. Let's see how much it weighs real quick. Can you see that? Okay, here we go. It's supposed to weigh 14.2 ounces. 14.3. 14.3. Yep. Good enough for me. Excellent blade. The fit and finish on this one is perfect. This one came from Cold Steel, like I said, and it didn't come from any other dealer. It came from the Cold Steel company. And the reason why it came from the Cold Steel company, not because I bought one from the Cold Steel company, but was because I had one. I had a brand new Oz 8 Bead Blast XL Espada about a week and a half ago, and when I received it, the blade, everything, the knife looked perfect except for the way the blade would center. The blade would not center. The blade would like hit the side, the left side, the left scale, and that was not acceptable. I tried to adjust it, and it would not adjust back out. And so I called Cold Steel, told them about my problem with it, and they told me to send it back, send it to them, and that's what I did. I followed their instructions. They suggested that I send it either UPS or FedEx, and so I sent it back to them. About 3 or 4 days later, I hadn't heard from them, and so I sent them an email asking them if they received my knife or whatever, and they sent me an email back saying that they received it, and they sent me tracking numbers because they had already mailed it out. And it was coming back to me UPS, and I just received it today. So within about 7 days from the time that I mailed it out to them, and it got back to me, that's all it took was 7 days. I had a problem with a Benchmade knife before, and I sent it back to Benchmade. It took me 3 months to get the knife back. I hear a lot of people always talking bad about Cold Steel. I don't care what you say. With customer service that works that fast, this is the first time I ever sent something to Cold Steel, and I was totally impressed. I mean, I wasn't expecting to get the knife today. I was expecting it to be, a month or two or whatever until they got to it and sent me out one or whatever. And so I'm just totally flabbergasted about this knife because, number one, they sent me a brand new model rather. Mine was brand new, but this is a brand new model. This is a 2015 model. I assume that they did that because they don't have any more of the bead blasted ones, the Oz 8 bead blasted ones. So that being the good company that Cold Steel is, and they honor their warranties, against manufacturer defects. I think that they saw that my knife was defective, and they just sent me a brand new one. Yeah, this knife is much nicer than the one I had. I absolutely love this blade. Saber ground. I think they did that because they went from a saber ground to a hollow grind to a saber grind because I don't know. I'm sort of wondering if it was because of Hizatsu's video that he did on the internet, where him and his brother were using the older version, the Oz 8 version, like machetes to chop down bamboo. And while they were doing that, they chipped out the blade. They took a big chunk out the blade, and it messed up the blade or whatever. And I wonder if that's the reason why they went to saber grind, because maybe with this long of a blade, 7.5-inch blade, maybe a hollow grind doesn't work so good on it. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing. I don't know. And they just want to make the knife more heavy duty because they probably have seen that people use these for heavy duty purposes. Like camp knives and things like that. And so they beefed it up. This blade I don't think would break. I mean, I don't think it would chip out like that, like the Oz 8 one. Because this is pretty thick all the way to the edge. It's very well made. I don't know if you can see it right here, but like right at the bevel line, the saber grind, it starts at the bevel line off the spine and goes flat. Goes flat ground all the way to the edge. But the top part is 4 millimeters thick, so it stays nice and strong. This is a strong blade. The tip even looks fairly strong. It looks fairly thick right up to near where the tip is too. So my guess is that this will be a pretty strong knife. The Espada with the 70-75 polished handles and blade, that's the one that can hold 600 pounds. So these are super strong knives. With the triad lock, Andrew Demko's triad lock, American G10s, thick American G10 scales, a Saber ground CTS-XHP blade with DLC coating. Everything's DLC coated. This is an absolutely beautiful blade. I am so happy they sent me this. I can't stop looking at it. In my opinion, this is just beautiful. And let me let you look at it. Let me wipe it down a little bit here real quick. Get my fingerprints off of it. Because this finish on this is like beautiful. This is my second DLC knife. My first one was the Rawls Voyager I did a video on a few weeks ago. And I absolutely love that one. But I decided not to carry it. I was going to carry it at first, but then I decided not to use it because it is a special edition knife. And that's the only one that they're making like that. With the CTS-XHP in a Voyager handle. And so I decided just to collect it. You see the Saber grind? There's no hollow grind there. And that's how all the old military blades used to be. The military knives, bayonets, and knives that they used to issue, like the K-bars and the bayonets. They were all Saber ground. See the big CTS-XHP markings on it? Beautiful labeling on this knife too. The labeling is like a gold finish. It looks really nice against the black. It's an absolutely beautiful knife. I'm sold on the Cold Steel's new DLC coating. I really like it. I like the black DLC coating, not just because it's black, but because like when everything's coated black and you have it in your pocket, it's less noticeable. It attracts less attention. That's one reason why I like the black, as opposed to having polished finishes like this one, where you got the polished the clip and the blade and everything's all polished and it's real shiny. Luckily though, this one sits deep in your pocket. You don't see, only thing you see is the clip. But this is one I like to carry the most now for my real EDC knife. The Black Talon 2 serrated CTS-XHP. But this one I carried today. We just went on a motorcycle ride. I just got back after about an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of riding. And you do know it's in your pocket. It's not invisible. I mean, it doesn't feel invisible in your pocket, like one of the lighter ones do. It does weigh 14 ounces. You know, it's almost a pound. 16 ounces a pound. It's almost a pound. A little bit shy of a pound. So it's not light. It's about like carrying like a Raja, like the Raja 2. I think they're very similar in weight. This one's a little bit longer though. The Raja 2 has a 6-inch blade though, I think. And this one has a 7.5-inch blade, so it's an inch and a half longer. But they're both very heavy duty knives. See, this one wasn't so heavy duty before. You know, my Oz 8 one, I wouldn't say it was as heavy duty as this because the blade wasn't as heavy duty. With the Saber ground blade, this is a heavy duty knife. I think this would be a good camp knife now. I don't recommend using folders for camp knives, but if that's what you have to do, you know, because you need to save weight or the way that you need to pack your pack or whatever, I think this knife would be great for that because this could be used as a camp knife. You know, just like any big Bowie, any big Saber ground Bowie, they make good camp knives. It'll also be good for combat. We know that. I think that's what the inspiration is behind this. It's supposed to be like a big giant Spanish Navaja. I can't say that. And that's what it's supposed to be imitating the style of. The old Spanish knives. But this is absolutely beautiful. Definitely not a novelty knife. Novelty knives to me are junk and they're not real, they're not meant for real use. This one's meant for real use. This is a real heavy duty knife. This is meant to be, you know, put through some severe duty if that's what you need to do with it. If I was a soldier in combat, I'd want something like this or a Raja. I wouldn't want a little tiny pocket knife. If I'm gonna carry a knife, I want it to be something I can whatever with. Handle my business with if I have to. If I run out of bullets, I can start using a blade. And that's what this is. I mean, this is like a short sword or a machete. It's like a folding machete or a short sword. It's absolutely beautiful. Can't stop looking at it. See how fast it is. I prefer to open and close. Close this one with 2 hands. It weighs really nice out your pocket, because the reason why it weighs really nice, I don't know if any of you have Raja 2. To me, Raja 2 was always the best one to wave out your pocket, because it had enough handles sticking out where it gave you a good purchase to grab onto and to wave it out your pocket. The other ones, you sort of have to stick your hand in the pocket, feel for the handle, and then pull it out your pocket. This one, you can just grab it and pull it. It's like instantaneous, like you do with the Raja. You don't really have to think about it. You just grab it and pull it out your pocket, and it opens up. Because there's this much handle. So it sits about this deep down in your pocket. It doesn't sit all the way down. At least not in my pocket, because my pockets aren't. I guess I'm wearing jeans. I always wear like Levi's and things like that. But it comes up to right about here in my pocket when I was carrying it today. It's about that much of it sticks up on top of my pocket. And I wear a t-shirt over the top of it so nobody can see it. Because in California, we're supposed to carry concealed if you're carrying a folder. But if you're wearing your shirt untucked and this much is sticking out, I don't know if that would be considered concealed anymore. So there's something to think about. I don't know what the exact law is on that. If half your knife is sticking out your pocket, I don't know if they consider that being concealed anymore. To me, concealed means you're carrying something that nobody knows that you have. That's what concealed means to me. It means that it can't be seen, right? Because if it can be seen, it's no longer concealed, right? I don't know. That's just the way I sort of think of that. And so, if you're going to carry this in your pocket, I would recommend having your shirt over it or whatever. But if you do that, it's totally, like I did today, nobody can see it. It's absolutely beautiful. Centers perfectly every time. There's no flaws in this one. It opens smoothly. Absolutely beautiful knife. This is my best customer service experience I ever had. I had to send a knife back to Benchmade before, and it took me almost 3 months to get it back. They did this in a week. Cold Steel's on the ball. A lot of people put down Cold Steel and stuff, but I haven't had nothing but good experience with Cold Steel knives. And I have just about all of the triads. I have just about one of every type of triad model that they have ever made. Except for the fancy ones. I should say I should have about one of every one of the Grivex or the G-10 models that they've ever made. I don't have any of the polished ones, or like the polished Espadas or whatever, or like the special edition ones that they've made that are with the polished handles and stuff like that. I tend to like the tactical folders. That's my attraction. I don't really care for the big polished ones and stuff like that. I'd rather have something that's more concealable and a little bit less flashy. This is my style right here. Big and dark. I love it. This makes me want to get the large one now. The large and the medium. Because I like this one a lot better than the Bee Blast or the Stonewash ones. The Oz 8 ones. This is like another level for them. They've really stepped it up. All right, now I think I'm just rambling, huh? But anyway, the new Cold Steel Espada 2015. Highly recommend it. It's a beautiful blade. Absolutely beautiful. They should have the DLC finished a while ago. Absolutely. All right. Well, that's it for that. I think I covered just about everything I want to talk about. Peace. Stiletto.